Edward and Melly, did you know according to the Bible, y'all God's chosen people above everybody on the planet? How would you know that? What's some characteristics about our people that how we know we're better than everybody else? What do?
We sound different. We treat each other different.
No, we kill each other. What you mean?
Treat each other.
We kill each other. We hate each other. What you mean? Where you from, sis? You from Vegas? What part?
Long Beach.
They love each other in Long Beach? The insanes in them? No. They hate each other.
How you know about them, man?
Cuz that's our people. They hate each other. Do they not, Brother Edward?
Yeah.
They kill each other. Watch this. Deuteronomy 7 verse 6. Deuteronomy 7 verse 6, because without the laws of God, we'll pull a gun on each other. Right. But when the white man come through, they hide. Here come 12, here come the cops. 5-0, run. But when your own brother and sister come on the street, and that nigga go right there. Get him. Why do we do that? Watch this, what God says about our people.
Lack of understanding.
Thank you, a lack of knowledge, which is the laws of God. Watch this, watch this.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7 and verse 6. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God.
God says we're holy, Melanie and Edward. Read.
The Lord thy God hath chosen thee.
We've been chosen, read.
To be a special people unto himself.
God says we're special to him. But the church tells you God loves everybody. No, he said there's a people special to me. That's why we're the best what? Singers. We're the best dancers. We're the best at math. We're the best builders. We built America off our backs, our blood, sweat, and tears, but we don't reap none of the benefits. Where's our generational wealth at? The white man took it. The devil, according to the Bible. Read.
Above all people.
We're what?
Above all people.
Read.
That are upon the face of the earth.
We are above all people. That melanin in your skin. Above all nations on this planet. God, you know God has an afro and so does Christ. Hair like wool, skin like bronze. That's our skin tone, sis. Isn't that right? So why everybody don't look like us? Because God isn't for everybody. When he said, let's make man in our image, he's referring to the so-called blacks and Hispanics and Native Americans. Believe it or not, the further you go in Mexico, the darker and more woolly the hair gets. We are the original people. Adam and Eve were black. Give me that in Genesis 2 and 7. They don't know that. Our people don't know that. Why? Because these lying-ass pastors keep them asleep. Give me your 10%, brother, while I shuck and jive and tell you nothing for 3 hours. And Pastor Collection played 3-4 times. Watch this. Adam and Eve were black. Watch.
The book of Genesis, chapter 2 and verse 7. And the Lord God formed man of the dust of the ground.
The first man was formed from the ground. What color is the ground? Is it white? Is it red? It's dirt. The further down you dig in the ground, the what? The darker it gets. That's why they say the blacker the berry, the sweeter the juice. They get that from the Bible. The darker you dig, the darker the ground, the deeper you dig, the darker the ground is. Yes. Right. Adam was formed from the ground. Let you know what? He's a black man. And every nation came from us. Watch this. 2 Nature 6. Does God care about anybody else but his people? Does he love everybody? Watch, Miss Melanie. See, watch this. 2 Nature 6, verse 54. Watch this.
The book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 6 and verse 54.
Bring it out.
And after these, Adam also, whom thou madest Lord of all thy creatures, of him come we all.
So this black man, everyone comes from Adam and Eve. Watch, read.
And the people also whom thou hast chosen.
A separation was made. He said everyone comes from Adam and the ones he chose. Read.
As for the other people,
as for everybody else, read,
which also come of Adam,
they do come from Adam, read.
Thou hast said that they are nothing.
God says they're nothing, read.
But be like unto spittle.
Melanie Edward, what is spittle? Exactly, it's spit. God says everybody that I didn't choose, they spit to me. They're nothing. But he compares them to this. Watch this.
They are nothing, but be like unto spittle, and has likened the abundance of them unto a drop that falleth from a vessel.
So a drop of water that comes out of a container. You go and fill your little 5-gallon up at the little machine. You spill one drop. You ain't gonna be mad about that one drop. God says the other nations are that one drop.
Verse 57. And now, O Lord, behold, these heathen, which have ever been reputed as nothing.
God says these heathen, these other nations that's always been nothing, read,
have now begun to be lords over us.
God says they're ruling over us now, read.
And to devour us. But we thy people, whom thou hast called thy firstborn, thy only begotten, and thy fervent lover.
God says he loves us. We're the only begotten. We're his firstborn, read.
Are given into their hand.
Now the white man, the Arab man, they ruling over us now. The Chinese, the Japanese, they be beating us up in their hair salons and their stores, they nail salons, putting hands on our sisters. God said it's happening because we sinned against our God. He's letting it happen. Because when we're together, all of us in the right mind state, no one can stop us. Y'all know that. No one can do what we do. Read.
If the world now be made for our sake.
The world is made for our sakes, read.
Why do we not possess an inheritance with the world?
Read.
How long shall this endure?
How long are we going to be on the bottom? How long can the white man have his knee on our neck for 8.5 minutes until we die? George Floyd. How long, Sandra Bland? Eric. What's the brother name? Eric Garner.
Eric Garner.
Garner, right.
Yeah.
How long?
Brittany.
Why did that happen to our people? Why? Why did these things happen to us? Deuteronomy 28:45. Why does this happen to our people? Actually, 15. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you what God says. Why this continues to happen. Watch this.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
So God says, if we don't listen, Edward and Melanie, this is what's going to happen. Read.
To observe, to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day.
So it says, if we don't keep his commandments, prime example, we go into Mario's West Side Market and buy swine. We buy shrimp, crab, lobster, catfish, stuff that we're not supposed to eat because those are bottom-dwelling animals. Read.
That all these curses.
These what?
Curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
God says because we keep breaking his commandments, curses will come upon us. Let's get one.
Nation is men leading by example. Nation is family.